All right, James, the bus enthusiast, he also does trains, sent me a message on YouTube and said, why don't I do a video on curtailments? But why not? I don't think I've done one. Okay. Curtailments, what they are and why we do them. Basically, anything that's curtailed is something that's been cut short. Any journey, it's more of a financial term, to be honest. Mortgages are curtailed and such like loans. But buses are curtailed and where their journeys are cut short. Their journeys are cut short because for whatever reason, you're either running late or something's happened up ahead of you, or something's happening up ahead of you. In central London, you hear it all the time. There's a demonstration here, please curtail back to, there's been an accident, this road's closed, please curtail back to this, your curtailment, this particular curtailment point. So it's anything that stops you going forward, basically. Traffic is a major one in London, especially down here. Traffic is a big one for curtailments. So if you're 20 minutes late, what they may do is curtail you at a certain point that would bring you back along the same line of route in the opposite direction, in the right. So you'd leave the curtailment point at the time you would have left it when you were coming back from when you got to your end point, if you see what I mean. You'd get to your end point and you'd come back. So basically what they're doing, they cut the end point out, curtail you so that you start on time, somewhere along the line of route. So all curtailments are already preset in the MDT on the computer, and they're all. So every bus route in London will also have a number of curtailment points along its line. I don't know about how it works out in the wider UK, but I would have thought they all have curtailment points. I don't know how they work their computers out or their data terminals, but in London, this particular route has it's 13 miles long. So we have Addington Village, Hayes Station, Bromley South, Bromley North, Plaistow Green, Elmstead Woods. There's one I can't remember the name of the road. It's a bus stop. It'll come to me. No, it won't. Maybe it will. It begins with a C. Oh, lordy. And then what else have we got? Then we have Southend Crescent. So because the traffic at 5 ways, say there's an accident and it takes me half an hour to get through 5 ways, the controller could say to me, right, curtail at Southend Crescent. So, or show, you would say, show New Eltham Station, because it's a mainline train station. So you change your blinds, change your MDT. So basically, it knows that you're going to change your destination. So you inform your passengers, tip everyone off at New Eltham Station, drive on, go to Southend Crescent, turn around and come back the other way. Hopefully you're in time to go back. Right, gotta go. Got a minute. Speak to you in a bit. Crouchcroft. Excuse me, that's the one I couldn't remember. And the green lanes, you do a right and then a left, tiny little left, and then it brings you back onto green lanes and then back into William Barefoot, back the way we came. That's the one I couldn't remember. So as I said, we get curtailed because of something that's happened, something that's going to happen, or generally because traffic's so bad that we just can't get to where we want to be on time. And if we get there, if we go to the end point or our destination, then basically we'll be late getting off. Like today, I was late. I didn't get turned. That's an issue for the controllers. And got back on my meal relief late. It's not my meal relief that I get off late, but it's the other driver who starts his second half or his first half. He starts his he just starts late, and there's a knock-on effect. There's an ugly bus, purple and green, looks like a giant bruise, a Bellio. What were you thinking? What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, curtailments. So yeah, everything gets put into the computer. Once the computer's happy, it'll change the destination on the ticket machine, and then the reader and the voice commands for the bus stops will change to whatever destination you've said it's going to change to. I think that's about it. Why are we changing? Yeah, I think that's about it. Why are we changing them? How are we change? Yeah, let's have a think. Yeah, that's enough. I think I've gone into a little bit of more detail. So, to be honest, you could get curtailed because, for any reason, if the driver behind has got lost or broken down, or he's done whatever, he could basically, he's not going to make it on time, or the driver in front's late, or everything, you name it, you can get curtailed for it. But as long as it's traffic or it's out of your control, then the company won't be penalised. Obviously, there are issues where if you break down and you have to get, once you get a new bus, you'll get curtailed, and you'll go back the other way from where you are. So that'll be the company will get penalised for that, or if it's a problem the driver's had an issue, or it's the driver's fault, then the company will get penalised. Because remember, all buses in London aren't paid by what the money that they take. They're paid for by TfL, by the mileage that they do. So everything's about mileage. So, I mean, today the guy could have curtailed me quite easily, and he didn't. But that's, we're not bitter. The bloke behind me got curtailed. No, the bloke two behind me got curtailed. As I was coming back down Southend Crescent, he was sitting there waiting for me to go past. So I kept going, left him all the work, as you do. Well, it's turned out again to be another lovely day. 64 across the road. Another tram. Oh, we're all busy here. 64, the 130. Trams galore. What more could you guys want, eh? What more? Probably somebody who doesn't waffle on like I do. Right, that's enough. That's enough for today. That's enough for curtailments. Word for the day has to be curtailment. I'll speak to you again. Ta-da.